Hello everybody and welcome to DC Central, and in today's video we are going to be breaking down the news that both Tommy Merlyn and Adrian Chase are going to be returning as guest stars for Arrow Season 8, so let's discuss. So, it's been a little while since we've received any news regarding Arrow Season 8, and also regarding any of the shows in general. That's simply why I haven't really been uploading as of late, is because there's been nothing particularly to talk about, and I didn't really want to just force out crap videos for you guys that I didn't particularly have passion in making, or didn't really have the energy to make, because again, I don't want to force out videos, because that's when you burn yourself out. So if you're wondering why there hasn't really been any uploads as of late, that's why. And also, if you're wondering where my reviews for Supergirl Season 4 and also Legends of Tomorrow Season 4 are, they are coming, but Supergirl Season 4 and Legends Season 4, their reviews will be from my podcast channel, Honor Thy Podcast. I'm going to upload those episodes to this channel, so you'll have a bit different type of discussion there, but the reviews will still be on the channel, so they are coming in time. Supergirl should be up fairly soon. But anyway, in regards to news in the Arrowverse, it's been quite sparse until literally the last couple of weeks, as the shows are now officially filming, and we have gotten some news and information regarding the shows, and particularly in this particular case, Arrow, that is very, very interesting. So it has been officially confirmed that Colin Donnell, who of course plays Tommy Merlyn, and also Josh Segarra, who of course plays Adrian Chase, aka Prometheus, will both be returning to Arrow Season 8 in, and I quote, guest star positions. So this is very exciting. We have two official confirmations of past characters returning to the show. We have been wondering about which characters we could see return for this final season, and now we have official confirmation of two particular guest stars who will be making appearances in Arrow Season 8. So let's start off with Tommy. Now, this is very fun. Obviously, every Arrow fan loves Tommy. We all love Tommy. He's the hero of the show. He's the one who sacrificed himself at the end of Season 1 to save Laurel, and he was the hero of that season. And, you know, it's always really exciting every time we get to see Tommy come back. Obviously, it's been very difficult throughout the years to get Tommy back on the show due to the fact that Colin Donnell has been a series regular on Chicago Med, so it's been difficult due to the filming schedules to actually get Colin to come back to the show. But of course, you guys will know, Chicago Med has now officially ended. That show is finished, so Colin Donnell is kind of free and available, and it is now officially confirmed that he is going to be returning to Arrow for this season. So this is really fun. Now, what's important to note is that Beth Schwartz, who is of course the executive producer and also showrunner for Arrow in Season 7 and also Season 8, she said that this version of Tommy is going to be very different to the one we know. So this isn't going to be the same Tommy who, we knew in Season 1 and who we've seen kind of come back in flashbacks and things like that. This is a different version of Tommy who we are going to be meeting and interacting with in Season 8, and who most likely Oliver will be meeting in Season 8. Now, it has also been confirmed that Josh Segarra, who of course played Adrian Chase, aka Prometheus, the big bad of Season 5, and my personal favourite villain on the show, is going to be returning in Season 8 as well. And what's also important to note is that just like Tommy, this version of Adrian Chase is going to be different to the version that we knew in Season 5 of Arrow, and who we also saw return in Season 6. This is a very, very different version of Adrian Chase. Now, this gets me so excited. Adrian Chase is honestly one of my favourite characters in the history of the show. He's my personal favourite villain. I think he was a phenomenal villain. I think Josh Segarra is an incredible actor. His chemistry with Stephen Amell was unparalleled, and I'm just so excited. I've been begging and begging them just to bring back this character in any way, shape, or form. I loved how they did it in Season 6, and obviously it's difficult to bring this character back because he shot himself in the head at the end of the season. It's quite difficult to bring him back, and like I say, I like the way they did it in Season 6, and in Season 7 I was really hoping for a brief appearance, but we didn't get it. But for this final season, we are getting a different version of Adrian Chase returning to the show, and that's really exciting to me personally. So what are these different versions of these characters that we could be seeing? Well, based on what we know about Arrow Season 8, we know that Oliver is going to be traveling the multiverse with the Monitor to, try and save the multiverse from Crisis on Infinite Earths. So what could be happening here is we could be seeing Oliver traveling to an alternate Earth, Starling City, where, Tommy is still alive and Adrian is a completely different person potentially, and these different versions of Tommy and Adrian are both from a different Earth. They might be from the same Earth together, or they might be from different Earths individually, but these are going to be, you know, alternate universe Tommy and Adrian, which is a great way of doing it, especially because if Oliver is going to be traveling the multiverse and is going to be experiencing all these different versions of different characters that we know, this is the perfect way to bring these characters back, especially if they're going to be recurring characters throughout the season, which I believe they are. This is the perfect way to do it. You know, getting an alternate version of Tommy who can fight alongside Oliver in this season is incredible, and also doing that with Adrian as well. You know, everyone has always said they kind of wanted Adrian to, you know, be kind of like an anti-hero character in the rest of Arrow, kind of like what Malcolm Merlyn became. Everyone wanted that for Prometheus because, you know, Josh Segarra was so good and his chemistry with Steven was great. And again, if they're going to do this and give us an alternate version of Adrian to potentially fight alongside Oliver, that's going to be something incredible to see. Now, I bring up the alternate Earth Star City theory because we do know that episode 1 of this season is entitled Starling City, which is interesting because, of course, it's not called Starling City anymore, it's called Star City like it is in the comics. Obviously, it was called Starling City in the first 3 seasons, and then in season 4 it got renamed to Star City. So why is it called Starling City? Well, like I say, I feel like that is a big hint that we could be going to an alternate Earth where perhaps it was never renamed Star City and it still remained as Starling City, and that is why on this particular Earth that we're traveling to, Tommy is still alive, Adrian is still alive and is potentially a different person, and we could be seeing some other recurring guest characters too. Who specifically though? Well, what's also interesting is before these 2 characters were officially confirmed to return, about a few hours before, there was actually a script leak for this episode, and in this particular script leak we saw a actual cast list of all the main characters on the show who you would typically expect to see in this, obviously like Oliver, Diggle, Renee, Dinah, all them. But there was also a section for guest characters, and on that guest character list were both Tommy Merlyn and Adrian Chase. But what's also interesting is we had some other names on that list, such as Malcolm Merlyn, of course played by John Barrowman, and also a really exciting one for me, Moira Queen, played by Susanna Thompson. So it seems like in this episode, we're not only going to be seeing Tommy, who has actually been spotted on set. There are actually set photos. Colin Donnell is currently right now on set of Arrow, so he's definitely in this episode. So not only are we getting him, not only are we getting Josh Segarra, and also Josh Segarra has been hanging out with the Arrow cast recently, what I've seen on Instagram. So not only are they returning, but we're also getting John Barrowman returning as Malcolm Merlyn in some capacity, and also Moira Queen returning, played by Susanna Thompson, again in some capacity. So, you know, this alternate Earth Star City that we're going to, or Starling City, is going to be featuring lots of returning characters from the history of Arrow, who are, you know, because all these characters who we've mentioned are all dead on our Earth. So this Earth is clearly an Earth where all of these characters are still alive and still well, and also potentially alternate versions. Like this version of Tommy might be a vigilante, or this version of Prometheus or Adrian might be a hero character. Like, we don't know, but it's really exciting that we're going to be going to this alternate Star City where we're bringing back all these characters that we all know and love for this final season, and it makes it feel more special. Especially if we're traveling the multiverse, this gives us the perfect excuse to do incredible and crazy things like this. So what do you guys think about all this news? Make sure to let me know all your thoughts in the comment section down below. Are you excited to see Tommy and Adrian return? How do you think they're going to return? And what do you think of my theory about Oliver traveling to an alternate Earth Star City with the Monitor? Make sure you let me know all your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you like this video, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any more DC TV content from me. And as always, guys, I hope to see you guys again next time.